right, hello and welcome everybody. Finally, we are live on YouTube and Facebook right now. Only 20 minutes late for the show, but hey, these things happen. Happy Wednesday. It is Global News for Entrepreneurs with me, Chris Kolbe. And it's just funny how life works out. And again, it's just testimony to that you need to actually have a tribe of people, because this show normally has a team of producers who work in the background to do the live streaming and everything. And today it was just me. And I tell you what, they showed me how to do it. And then when I tried to do it now, I got it wrong. Then I got it right. Then I broke it while getting it right. And now we're back. So anyway, this is how we go. We live, we learn, we grow. Welcome to the show. This is episode 13 of Global News for Entrepreneurs. And apologies for missing last week, simply because, well, I had the nasty little flu for this for the season and season change. So I was very much man down. But it's great to be back. It's great to be live. It's great to be on the channel. And I hope you missed me just as much as I missed you. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Okay, so I am multitasking today, but you can drop a message on the live chat and I will do a shout out to you. If you have any news or anything you want to share, drop it into the live chat and I'll be getting to that in a little bit. So what is Global News for Entrepreneurs? Well, basically, all I do is share a whole lot of fun news that happens around the world, some quirky stuff. Then share some news that's happening with Explore ProTech. And the reason why I share that is not only to highlight the amazing tribe members that we've got, but also they're doing some amazing stuff. And it's a lot of great free content and things for you to go check out. Obviously, Explore ProTech has a value and believes in saving the global economy one small business at a time. And that's what we do. So I'm going to be sharing some news and then talking about Explore ProTech tribe members and the news there and some great YouTube videos you can go check out. And then we're going to be chatting to a financial advisor, Sharon from Bwise, in a little bit on the show as well. I'm sure she's got some great knowledge to share with us. So let's get into it. And, talking about doing things by yourself and saving the global economy one small business at a time. Declan, who's a great tribe member, shared the latest unemployment stats. And basically here in South Africa, unemployment has risen. They say it's 2% and on quarter on quarter. And there's the unemployment rate and then the real unemployment rate, because, we have two, which makes so much sense. And especially amongst young adults, and the youth here in South Africa, I mean, the unemployment rate is sitting at somewhere like 68%. And that's a big problem. So yes, governments can get involved and help get employment going. But one of the biggest sectors that's going to help with that employment is the entrepreneurial space. That's you guys. That's you, the entrepreneurs. And we need to grow and do them together. And that's why something like Explore ProTech is great, because you can join a bunch of entrepreneurs and help grow together and help each other grow and build economies around the world. Unemployment's a massive big problem. Thanks to this little fun epidemic we've had recently, things have changed a heck of a lot. So, we've got to, I've got to pin myself. There we go. Right. I was just getting the views right. Anyway, unemployment's massive and we've got big problems around the world. And the only way we can do it is through supporting each other and growing our entrepreneurships together. And we can do that. All we need to do. So there's one way of doing it is with Explore ProTech. And you want to find out more and you want to see how things work. We got a great event coming up very soon, which will make a huge difference to you. For those who attended the last one, it's just been amazing. And we got one coming up. It's called the Global Online Speed Networking. And that's going to happen on the 23rd of September, 2021, 6 p.m. GMT +2. So anyway, Global Online Speed Networking, it's a group of entrepreneurs from around the world, dynamic entrepreneurs. We get together and we get to speed network together to get to know each other and build those relationships that are important for growing communities and putting people together. And then you get a better idea of what Explore ProTech's all about. So the link is down below. Go get your tickets. We're running an early bird special all the way through until this coming Monday at half price for the tickets. So go buy your tickets right now. The last one, we had about 3 or 4 people who signed up straight away to join Explore ProTech and bought tickets for the next one. Tribe members, remember, register yourselves. And as a tribe member, you get to bring a guest as well. We've sent you the links and the details, so make sure you go check that out. Anyway, so Global Online Speed Networking, 23rd of September. It's a Thursday, 6 p.m. GMT +2. The details and the link are down below, so make sure you go get your tickets ASAP. And while I'm talking about that, while you're clicking on things, subscribe. We're on a massive drive to get this channel to the 1,000 subscriber level. And once we get there, we are going to do a massive giveaway. So go subscribe. If you just tuned in, subscribe. Or if you're watching the recording, still subscribe. And all the links about everything I speak about on the show are down in the description. So go check that out as well. And also, you know, the show needs a sponsor so that we don't run late and somebody can help me and I produce it and then I can do a better show and just focus on entertaining you guys and sharing the news. So your name could be there on the wall, or I'll do a different background for you specifically. But if you'd like to sponsor the show, get in touch with us and we'd love to have a sponsor on board. Right, checking our live stream chat quickly. Whoop live. Janine and Lucia joining us. So yeah, good to have you guys with us. And we're going to be chatting to Sharon a little bit later, but the live chat is open. So go check it out if you want to send us a message. Right, into our fun news, as we always do on the show. So first one's first, and yes, I do click the keyboard hard in the background, but it's as I'm jumping around things. Strangely enough, I always land up talking about space, but there's some really cool things happening and some funny things. So the first one is we know the Mars rover is currently on Mars doing its thing. So long story short, they're doing core samples to go find out more about Mars and its history. And they're drilling deep into the Earth, and they've got something like 42 tubes. So obviously being Mars, and it's tricky to move around. So it takes a while for it to go there and drill and get a core sample and then put it in its tubes. And they've just done another one, and the rover sent back a whole lot of pictures, and all the scientists are excited because they got a good sample and all of those things. Here's a tricky thing, right? So they've got these 42 tubes. They got to fill them with them. The question is how do they get it back to Earth to study it? So they're planning on making a spaceship to fly up in 10 years' time to go meet the rover, pick up the core samples, and bring it back to Earth for them to study. I don't know, it just seems like a bit of a backwards way of doing things. Let's send the rover, get it to do these core samples, and then we'll work out a way to get it back. We're just not sure. And also 10 years from now, imagine what the world will be like in 10 years' time. So it's going to be interesting. And yeah, we'll see what the core samples bring back and if we can learn anything of great value for that. And then the guys are at it again, SpaceX and Blue Origin. So SpaceX is Elon Musk's one, and Blue Origin is Jeff Bezos. And they're fighting all over space and NASA once again. So Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos's company, has filed a lawsuit against NASA for around 33.6 billion rand because of the contract they gave to SpaceX. So long story short, Blue Origin went, no, we wanted the contract. It's not fair that you gave it solely to Jeff Bezos and you didn't follow the processes. But it's amazing. I was actually thinking when I read the story, how things have changed, because you had I suppose it was the Cold War space race with the US and Russia sort of chasing each other to get into space and the first guy on the moon. And since then, we now have companies, big corporate companies with billions of dollars spending all this time and fighting with each other in their own little space race war to get somebody into space and onto the moon. And it's all turned into a whole commercial. I would say it's nothing more than just a money slinging, who's the biggest, baddest, richest guy to get people onto the moon and winning contracts with NASA and all of those things, which I think is absolutely silly. I can think of many better ways to spend that money right here on Earth and exploring things like our ocean, which is like right here. You don't have to go to space. We haven't really explored the oceans. I'm just saying, hashtag, but hey, it's their money. They can do what they want with it. And here's another interesting one. So China China's obviously an interesting country, and let's not get into that side of things and the politics and things, but they've got a very disciplined society and disciplined group of people. And they're now bringing out new laws to prevent kids from playing more than 3 hours of video games a week. Now, I think there's a really good case for that. I mean, you got to be a kid. You got to go outside and play with your toy cars in the road, and you make your own little roads in the sand and play and things like that. But I think 3 hours a week's a little extreme, because here's the reality. We live in a technology world, and one of the best things your kids can learn is computer skills and technology skills and how to play games. And there's the motor skills that go with it. So it is that you got to find that tricky balance as to what's right and what's wrong. But yeah, China's made it mandatory now. They're allowed 1 hour for gaming from 8 o'clock at night to 9 o'clock on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. And it's even further cutting back of the current restrictions in place. So yeah, that's people or kids under the age of 18, cut to just 3 hours. Tell you what, my nephews and cousins my nephew and my niece and my little one, limited to 3 hours a week, there would be a riot. Can you imagine some of those rich kids overseas who like, I want to play my game, it's Fortnite day, and what, I can only play for 3 hours? Yeah, if you played any of those games, you know it eats a whole lot of time. But anyway, let's see how that goes. And yeah, Declan saying, thank goodness I'm an adult child and I can play as much as I want. Yeah, it's my PlayStation. I can play as much as I want to. Yeah. All right. So Tribe News, let's do this. Here's some really cool YouTube videos for you to go check out. Now, this is content like this show that we put out there to help you entrepreneurs grow. And it's our experts and the people who are amazing in the tribe, just sharing their knowledge. And these are some really, really cool videos to go check out. All the links are down below for you to go have a look. This one's so interesting. It's cooking for busy entrepreneurs with Natalie. The last one we featured was easy mayonnaise that you can make at home that's healthy. And she does a really cool one with healthy hot dogs and rolls. So if you're looking for a cool, quick, easy, healthy recipe, and hot dogs, I mean, my 3-year-old would love that. So I'm definitely making use of that recipe. Go check it out. That's Cooking for Busy Entrepreneurs with Natalie. Then Dr. Mayer, who's one of our financial gurus I don't like the word guru. Sorry I used that, Mayer. But he's just a financial guy. He knows his stuff. Yeah, we put it that way. Anyway, he did a really cool video talking about cash implications. Cash and cash flow is something very important for any business, and especially when you're an entrepreneur and getting things going. And he shares some great insight with you. So go check that out. Then there's the Mo Malele show, and she interviewed Anna. Mo's just a legend, and she really does pull out and highlight some really cool stuff that people are doing and shares some knowledge with you as well. So go check that out, the Mo Malele show. The FBiz show, which was this last Friday, I wasn't there, but my wonderful co-host, Janine Lingenfelder, carried on with the show and did a great interview with Stephen Levy, who, whenever he opens his mouth, he just drops a whole lot of business knowledge and coaching and really just helps you think things through and guide things. So well worth going to go and watch. The link is down below, the FBiz show. Eva Fajan, this is such a cool concept, and definitely something I'm passionate about is, like reframing things and looking at them from a different angle. Like the show started a bit late, and like Sharon said to me while I was panicking and trying to push all the buttons, she's like, there's a reason why it was late today. Maybe somebody had to tune in a little bit later to hear what she had to say. So you never know, but this concept I really, really like, and it's all about waiting time is your time. So think about it like this. If you're stuck in a queue or traffic or things like that, it's hard to turn that time into what feels like a frustration and a wait and annoying, into turning that time into your time. And she shares some really cool ideas around that and how to change your thinking about that time you spend in the car or waiting in line and all of those things. And then the coffee shop show highlight from this last Friday as well, something so important to everybody who's listening. It's financial planning for entrepreneurs. So go check that out. Some great knowledge shared. and insight on, that financial planning for entrepreneurs. So really cool videos, so go check them out. Just checking on our live stream chat. Everyone's saying how awesome Mo is, and also for Janine as well. Hey guys, ask questions or I'll do a shout out for you. I'm just saying. Right, events coming up. I mentioned a little bit earlier, Global Online Speed Networking that's happening on the 23rd of September. It really is a unique, exclusive event. There are limited seats and you get to meet dynamic entrepreneurs from around the world and increase your net worth through your network. Link is down below. Go buy your tickets. I'll see you there on the 23rd of September. It really is an amazing event. We got a whole team of people working behind the scenes, putting it together. And trust me, if you want to ask, we'll tell you. We'll share with you insights of people who've been there and their testimonials. They've absolutely loved it. And it has led to business, because that's what we're doing at the end of the day. So go check it out, Global Online Speed Networking. And then very exciting, I've mentioned it before, but Janine has been setting up a global virtual assistance network, and their launch event is happening at the end of September. So the link to register for that event is also down below. So calling all virtual assistants, you want to be part of a business network and a network of fellow assistants that you can help each other grow. You know, you might be in different phases of your business, sharing advice, sharing your niches and specialities, and working together to grow that industry as a whole. So it's a really, really exciting launch of the Explore VAN, which stands for Virtual Assistance Network. Link down below to register for that event, the launch event. It's going to be amazing. Janine, can I come to you? I'm not a virtual assistant, but I'd like to come and see. Can I? I'll ask Janine. Okay. Then tribe members, remember, it's tea time tonight. So join us tonight for tea time. I think that's 6 p.m. GMT +2. The links will be in our chat group. So see you there. And tomorrow, Tribal Council. We'll see you there for Tribal Council tomorrow. Then on the coffee shop show. Okay, so what is the coffee shop show? Every Friday we get together, there's a topic, and we have experts in the tribe, as well as people that join us, and we share knowledge around that topic. So like I mentioned earlier, the last one was about financial planning for entrepreneurs. This one is big, and I definitely am not going to miss this one for anything. It's all about LinkedIn lead generation. So Milner Bakun, who's a lead generation expert, will be sharing some knowledge and insight on how to do lead generation on LinkedIn. And I've got a few marketing clients, and we all, we understand LinkedIn and we're doing great work there, but how awesome would it be to learn extra skills to increase that lead generation on LinkedIn? So definitely don't miss that. It's streamed live on a Friday at 1 p.m. GMT +2. So you just subscribe to the channel. See, I mentioned a little bit earlier, get a notification that they're going live, click on it, watch the show, and you'll learn a whole lot about LinkedIn lead generation. Then members who are making some waves at the moment would like to welcome a brand new member or tribe member. Angeli, welcome to the tribe. Janine Lingenfelder, she's always on fire and doing Explore Van and then the EFBiz show and all kinds of 100 million things. She's really on top of things. She was on Chapter 1 radio yesterday for an interview. So if you want to go check out that interview and find out more about Janine, the link is down below to go check out that interview. And Chapter 1 radio is partnering with Entertain SA for the Save the Vlei live music picnic event that's planned for the 25th and 26th of September. So if you've been dying to go to an event and you're here in the Western Cape, and also you want to help save the Vlei, which is the Vlei Nature Reserve, because that's what's in aid of, then go check that out. The details will be posted on their website very shortly. So I'll put the link to the Chapter 1 radio website down below. So go check that out. And then also some things that you want to buy, if you want to go check it out, we've got a great shop. And we're kind of in an awkward space because we've got a brand new website. It's so awesome, but we kind of like between websites at the moment. So we're loading all the products on there, but ones that you can go check out so far is, hey, you could book me and hire me to do a video for you, some video content, much like this, or whatever your needs are, we can work that out. Your tickets for Global Online Speed Networking, the Explore Van tickets for the 30th of September, and also Dr. Mayer has a masterclass program for finance. I've actually been working a little bit with him behind the scenes and looking at that program. It's a really, really cool one. You've got to get your financial intelligence up so that you can run your business exceptionally well. So go check that out. That is the masterclass program with Dr. Mayer. Link is down below. Go book, go buy, go get the things that you need to go and get. Right, before we chat to Sharon, let's see who's put this. Yeah, okay, right. There's basically Janine is trying to suggest that I get Lucia to put makeup on me and a wig. Maybe if you ask really nicely, we'll do it for one of the FBiz shows on a Friday. I'm just saying, Friday, that's 10 o'clock GMT +2. Anyway, so on to our things for now. We're going to be chatting to Sharon Alberts from Bwise. Sharon, welcome to the show. How are you?
Brilliant. No, thanks for having me, Chris. It's amazing to be here. I'd like to see you with makeup and a wig on. I think that's I think that's a great challenge.
I think the beard would get a little in the way, but we'll work out something. That's going to take next level makeup, I think, to hide the beard. But let's see what happens. Thanks for sitting around in the background. Poor Sharon's been on Zoom for a while in the beginning, watching me click on things madly and trying to work out how to do this live stream. So thanks for your patience and joining us on the show. Sharon, you're a financial advisor. You're from Bwise. What does that mean? What is it that you actually do with people?
Okay, now thanks for asking. Financial planning can be very daunting. It can appear to be very daunting because it's usually a lot of number crunching, and so people don't always feel comfortable with the idea of sharing their personal financial position. But if somebody was to ask me, what do I actually do? If I was to put it in a nutshell, I improve the outcome of some of the most intimidating and wonderful times in people's lives. Financial planning is it's about goal setting. It's about understanding where you are, and it's about understanding where you want to be and trying to find that path for someone and assist them from where they are to where they want to be.
And much like what we've spoken, I mean, we've lived in some very unprecedented times over the last year. And let's all be honest, I think every single person, unless you went in with millions and billions in your back pocket, and even they've taken a huge knock, everybody's having to start from scratch again. And then when you start looking at the numbers and what planning you need to do, for your retirement one day and all of those things, it seems extremely, extremely daunting and almost like an impossible task. But as I understand, you take people, no matter where their situation is, and start working with them so they can start rebuilding.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you have to start where you're at. And so, as a financial planner, I really like to meet people where they are at, because I think it's a topic or a subject that is undershouted. The value of it, I think, is often underestimated. And people tend to think if they're in a place where they have enough, they feel they don't necessarily need any guidance with it. But I think financial planners can add to the benefit of them having sufficient, making sure that it's invested correctly, that it's tax positions correctly, that the estate planning is done correctly. And then you find the character that perhaps is not quite so well off, that feels, I'm not in a position to need financial planning because I don't have anything yet. Well, that's the thing. It's yet. How do you get on that path towards being financially successful if you don't at least start and get on it? So I'm a bit of a believer of seeing the person at the end of the numbers, as opposed to it just being about numbers. Years ago, before I came into planning, I understood a financial planner to be two things: a number cruncher and somebody that sold, a salesperson. And I never considered that I was very good at either of those things. And then I realized And then I realized that I can be a good financial planner because I see the person at the end of those numbers. And I take that very, 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 very passionately. It's about the person. So where are they in this journey, and how do we get them where they want to be, or at least as close as possible? I mean, let's face it, you've got to be realistic, but let's get them as close as possible.
And I think, you know, like you say, it's a very personal journey, and it's good that you, I think that's a nice, unique way of looking at things, is not just being a salesperson who's trying to shove products down somebody's throat. It's really working with the person and finding their financial path forward so that they can plan ahead. And it is one of those ones, you know, one of my biggest sort of like, younger Chris, you should have done this sooner, was I waited too long to start doing my financial planning and things. And then obviously COVID's happened and things have fallen completely by the wayside. I mean, that's not just a deck of cards falling and one or two, that's the whole deck gone. But like you say, where we are now, things are going to carry on for a while. And now more than ever, we should be not only, you know, just trying to survive, as most people are, but actually dusting off and starting to rebuild and replan. It's never too late, is it?
It's never too late to start from where you're at. I mean, at the end of the day, certainly your future picture might look different from what it did 10 years ago, but it's still worth looking at. It's still worth addressing, to find some way. If you don't know what you want it to look like, first of all, you've got no idea how to get there, and you don't even attempt to start. So I think a lot of people are readdressing their financial plans because of COVID. It's affected a lot of people. People have lost jobs, but you know, my view with them is dust yourself off and breathe and relook at it and take it from where it is now. A lot of the businesses that you know, I've got the privilege of connecting with at Explore ProTech. Business wealth and personal wealth are two very different things. That obviously one's business is very much part of your wealth, but it's not everything. So you need a personal plan, you need a business plan, and they might very much be interconnected, but they're not the same. They're not necessarily the same thing.
And much like what you're saying, you know, okay, so you've got the people on the one side who are in a better position and feel, okay, well, we don't really need to do much because we're there, especially with things changing, to work with you and plan for anything that could happen. I mean, come on, boys and girls, 2 years ago, if we had this conversation, do you really think we would have guessed in our wildest dreams we would all be in the boat that we're in now? There's just no ways. So it's good to have that conversation and plan for very much the unexpected. But also on the other side, people who are rebuilding from nothing, you can definitely help them in that process and get that rebuilding going. Like you say, dust off, it's never too late, and rather do something than nothing.
Rather do something than nothing. I absolutely agree. If you save something, you've saved something. If you save nothing, I can tell you how much you'll have later on.
Exactly that. So I'm going to take up a challenge, and I'm going to book my first session with you, Sharon, so that I can start rebuilding and dusting off and getting my financial planning and future a little bit dusted off and start. We're going to start very, very small, but at least we can start somewhere. You
know what? I consider it a privilege. Starting somewhere is better than not doing anything at all. So yeah, I'd love to guide you. Love to guide you.
Fantastic. And I've also posted Sharon's LinkedIn profile down below. So if you want to get in contact with her, just click on that and find out. And if you've got any specific questions, I'm going to check our live stream if anybody has any questions. Janine says, see the person, then the numbers, and love that. And she has a question for you, Sharon. Can you describe your typical work day or week?
Wow. I deal with so many diverse people, which is wonderful. So it can be very diverse. I can be working with somebody who, I mean, at the moment, I've got clients that are transitioning from into frail care. So they are very elderly, need a lot of TLC. I'm helping them look for a frail care home. They've got no family. I'm helping them look for the right home. I'm helping guide packing up their home and getting a property on the market, dealing with the social workers. And then I can also be dealing with somebody who is setting out on their financial journey. Or I can be dealing with the people that are going through divorces and understanding the financial implication of that and guiding them through it. So yeah, my week can be very, very diverse.
I was about to say that sounds very diverse, and also a lot of different skills. I mean, I've yet to hear a financial advisor who's going above and beyond just the usual, okay, well, this is in place, you need to do this, but going that extra mile with the stuff that you were mentioning, doing with the frail care as well, and adding on to that. And a divorce is not a cheap endeavor either. That does change life for people in a big way.
Yeah, bit of a U-turn for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, I think there probably are a lot of planners out there that do these kind of things behind the scenes, but people don't necessarily know that we do get involved with so much more than just the number crunching. And I think that also there is a line where financial planning ends and your humanity takes over, and you realize that sometimes people just need more from you than a number on a page which says
client 74310
you've got a
shortfall
of. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, my humanity my heart overrules my head often.
Okay, well, that's great. Well, like we said, I'm just checking if any more questions came through. No, that's it. Thanks for joining us on the show, Sharon. The links, like I said, are down below for LinkedIn. Is there other way that you prefer people to connect with you?
On my Facebook page, Sharon Albert's Bwise Financial Solutions, there's a Whatsup button, click. I'm a little bit old tech, so a click of the Whatsup button, but LinkedIn is also good. I'm present on it fairly regularly. So those are two of the probable best ways to get in touch with me. And I'd love to help anyone that is feeling the need to start some kind of journey.
Fantastic. And it is a journey. And by the sounds of things, a very personal journey, which is good. So you've got to connect with the person as well and feel comfortable with them. Because, I mean, talking about your finances and where you're at, it's uncomfortable. It's personal.
It's one-on-one, and it's a personal journey.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you're like, can I get a drink first? Getting that personal. But you hear what I'm saying. So post-production, I'll put the link down below for Sharon's Facebook page as well. Like she said, there's the WhatsApp button. Click on that. LinkedIn details are below. And start the journey, start the conversation. You never know. Just contact her, start the conversation, and then you can grow things from there. See that if that connection's there, and start on the financial planning journey that you can do with Sharon. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
It's a pleasure. It's been great fun.
All right. So that wraps up episode 12 of the Global News for Entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us. Apologies, it was late. And I promise you, next week we'll run a lot smoother and a lot quicker because we'll have the team back. Yes. Any of the tribe members who want to volunteer as a producer, I would love to have you as a producer. Remember, we are looking for a sponsor. And I tell you what, there was a call and a request for me to dress up and have my makeup done. So the second we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will do a huge makeup kind of do-over thing and try and do the entire show, which is a very serious professional show in that garb. So there's the challenge laid down. 1,000 subscribers, I'll get that makeup done and do something special for that show. So that'll be interesting. Remember, catch us every Wednesday, 11 thereabout GMT +2, right here on the channel on YouTube for Global News for Entrepreneurs. See you on Friday at the Coffee Shop Show, as well as the FBiz Show with Janine Lingenfelder. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All the links for everything is down below. See you at the Global Online Speed Networking, the 23rd of September. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, even when things don't seem to be going right. Just one step at a time, one thing at a time, and then you get there. Much like this show, learning how to do the live stream. The gardening service outside arrived and has been cutting the lawn. They're going to do their job. I've got to do mine. We just roll with it and we go with it and we make sure things happen. It's rather better to do something than nothing at the end of the day. Big thank you to Sharon for joining us on the show. Details are down below. Contact her and start your financial planning journey. I'll see you next week, Wednesday. Cheers for yes. Now the next one is how do I switch off the live stream? I think I pushed that button and stop now and that one. Okay, bye.